Hello friends, this is Dr. Kishore Revatkar from Ambedkar College. I'll be speaking on oscillations and waves. As we come across with the various kind of the motions, which is to and fro kind of the motions are waves in domestic life or in nature also we have seen different kind of the motions and oscillations are there. So here on the background, if you can see, this is waves motions of tide of the sea, we can say that. So now let us see the physics behind these oscillations and waves. So now let us start with a simple kind of the oscillations that we come across. So here there are 5 different balls which are attached to a different kind of the springs, and when they will be given the force, they are moving with the kind of the motions, to and fro motions, and a string is attached over here, a red color string, so which can produce a kind of sinusoidal waves. The same is the example here. Different kind of the bobs are connected to each other, and then when they will be set in a motion, so they are producing a kind of the you can just see over here. So they are showing beautifully the alternating kind of the waves motion. So this is what wave motions or oscillations, we can say that. Now in this case, in this particular video, I'll be speaking about a simple harmonic motions. What is simple harmonic motions? Example, I'll be taking a spring oscillations. Then what is the energy associated with the simple harmonic motion? What is the time period and the nature of the simple harmonic motion, that is a sinusoidal nature. And another example I have taken at the end, that is a simple pendulum. So this simple pendulum experiment you can perform in your you can say that 11 12 standard higher classes. So now let us move over here. So if you see, then there are two small red and blue color bob I am considering, and this blue color and the red color bob, when they will be given a motion along the circle, so then they can produce this kind of the wave. So that we'll see in a detail regarding. Now then the question arises, what is a simple harmonic motion? So now let us consider an example of a spring that is attached to a mass. Initial position of the mass will be x is equal to 0. So an object vibrates or oscillates, like in this animated picture, back and forth. So this is moving backward and this is moving forward over the same path. So the path, it will not be changing, so it will be moving along the horizontal axis, so like backward and then forward, and each cycle taking the same amount of time. So when we start the position, suppose I consider the initial position will be over here somewhere, then it will go somewhere here, then again it will be come back, so it will be following the same path, and the time taken by the bob to move from its any position which is considered to be initial position, and when it goes a backward or a forward motion, then we can say that the motion will be called as a simple harmonic motion, or sometimes it is called as a periodic motion also. And the time taken by the body, time taken by the system, will be called as a periodic motion. Now we assume that the surface is a frictionless. So now let us consider the same example, that we have a body of mass m over here, whose initial position will be x is equal to, and this surface over which the body will be giving a motion is a smooth motion. Now when it will be given a force, so it will starts moving backward and forward. So there is a point where the spring is neither stretched or nor compressed. So this we can call it as the initial point. So this we consider as the initial point or a equilibrium position. So we can measure the displacement when the body will be given force, external force. The body will move either in this direction or in the backward direction. So that displacement we can consider from x is equal to 0. Now when the force exerted by the spring depends on the displacement, so when the force is applied, this force is directly proportional to the displacement, and this negative sign is here the negative sign, you can say that the minus sign or the negative sign on the force indicates that it is a restoring force and it is inversely proportional to K. So here you can see F and this displacement, so this restoring force is inversely proportional. So this this restoring force is in the opposite direction of the displacement. So that is what we can say, that because of which the negative sign will be there. So K is known as a spring constant and the force is not constant, that force is not constant, so it is, so the acceleration is not constant either also. We can see over here, so this force is there, so because of that force that will body will be bring. So here in this case the x, because x we are considering here, this is the positive side of the scale and the left hand side is a negative side of the scale. So when we consider, so x will be greater than 0, the positive side, then it will be pushed in this side, and when the spring will be compressed, so the spring restoring force will move in this direction, so x will be less than 0. So now the same example we consider. So in this case there are 2-3 things we should know. One, the displacement is measured from the equilibrium position. So this x you can see over here. So somewhere else, here we consider x is equal to 0. So on this side it will be going toward the negative side and on this side it will be going toward the positive side. So from here we can consider the displacement, and then the amplitude is maximum displacement. So now the second point that comes out to be as is an amplitude. So from this particular position to this particular position, when we measure the distance, so that is a maximum displacement from the mean position is called as an amplitude. And displacement, as you said, that when the force is given, this spring will be compressed and then it will be moving like that. Then a cycle is full to and fro, a cycle is full to and fro motion, and this figure shows the half cycle. So it will be going on this side and then again come back, so other side, and when it come back, so it will complete a one cycle. So here to and fro motions, backward and forward motion, that is what it is being shown over here along this. So then a period is a time period required for the to complete a cycle. So from here we start, it goes to this side, then it will come back to original position, then it will go toward this side, and again it will come back. So it completes a one cycle. So the time required for one cycle is called as a period. Now from where we can find out the frequency. So what is the frequency? The number of oscillations, the number of cycles completed in a 1 second is called as a frequency, and the unit of frequency is considered as to be a hertz. Okay. So now the same example we continue, the simple harmonic motion of a spring oscillation. So here it is a fixed position and the spring will be attached to a mass. So this spring is going in the upward and in the downward direction. So the spring is hung vertically and the only change is in the equilibrium position. You can see here. So when the spring initially will be somewhere at this position, so what is been happening? The spring when will be stretched, because of the mass, it will be going in the downward direction. So in a equilibrium position we can say that here somewhere x is equal to 0, when we consider x is equal to 0, this position where this mg is balanced by the force. Which force? That force where the spring constant we are considering and the displacement will be equal to 0, because this is the initial position of the spring, and when the mass is attached it will be little bit stretched. So this much will be the displacement that will be taking place. So this we consider as a initial position. So from here we measure the x when the spring will be stretched. So because of mg, so in this case the g will be this force will be, downward force will be more, and in this case when it will be compressed like that, then the upward force will be more. That means the spring force will be more. Now any vibrating system, here we can consider a spring attached to this particular body. So this is the initial position, it will be going in this direction and it will be going in this direction. So any vibrating, here also we can see the same example. So here the spring at attached and they are going upward and downward. So where the restoring force is proportional to the negative of the displacement. Why? So F is equal to minus K into X. So is a simple harmonic motion. So we got an equation for the simple harmonic motion wherein we can consider the restoring force F is directly proportional to the displacement, but the force and displacement are always in the opposite direction. So here if the force is acting in this direction, so displacement will be acting in this direction. Okay. So now the energy of a simple harmonic motion, how can we find out? So there are two energies associated with the body. One, which is called as the potential energy, is the energy stored inside the body. So here potential energy of the spring is given by P is equal to 1 by 2 kx square, where x is displacement, k is a restoring force constant or the force constant, we can say that. And the total mechanical energy, because the body is set in a motion, the body when it will be moving, so naturally the energy associated with the body in a motion is a kinetic energy. So total mechanical energy of the system is considered to be a sum of the kinetic energy plus the potential energy. The same example we can consider over here. So if the mass is at the limit of its motion, that means somewhere here the mass will be here. So E is equal to 1 by 2 k into a square, where a is a displacement on the left hand side. Okay, so then in that case we can say that the potential energy will be here, and if it is in a stationary state, so potential energy will be more, so kinetic energy we consider will be equal to 0. If the mass is at a equilibrium position somewhere at x is equal to 0, if the mass is there, then in that case the body has a potential energy will be equal to 0 and the kinetic energy that can be considered will be equal to maximum. So we know that the potential energy is at the turning point. Potential energy is at a extreme point we can consider. So and somewhere in between it has potential energy and it has kinetic energy. So E is equal to 1 by 2 m when V is equal to 0. Extreme position the velocity will be 0 because the body will start moving in the other direction. So therefore at extreme position the kinetic energy will be maximum. So here I can show you. So total energy is therefore 1 by 2 k square. This is the potential energy. So we can write down the kinetic energy plus potential energy is equal to the total energy. So total energy can be written as the sum of both the energies. So kinetic energy and the potential energy. So now this can be resolved for the velocity as a function of position. So if we consider the velocity and the position, then we can see V is equal to V maximum under root of 1 minus x square upon a square, where a is the amplitude we consider. So V max is equal to under root of k upon m into amplitude. So now then the second definition of this simple harmonic motion and the nature. So nature of the simple harmonic motion is considered to be a sinusoidal kind of the nature over here. Here from here we consider, so this is a position if we consider. So when it will be move here, so the velocity will be increasing in this direction, so velocity will be maximum. So now here from this circular motion if we consider, then we can have from here to here at particular position on the circle when the body is moving along the circle. So this is x axis and this is y axis. This is the observer observing in this direction. Okay, so from here to here the x is the displacement, and then because it is along the circle, so we consider that the angle subtended by this particular point on the center, that will be equal to theta, and here at this position the V will be maximum because the body will be moving in the circular direction. So in this case V is equal to V plus or minus maximum under root of 1 minus x square upon a square. So this is identical to the simple harmonic motion. So period also we can calculate. So we can use the period and frequency of the particle moving along the circle to find out the period and frequency. So how can we find out the period? So before that, if you see, P is equal to 1 upon under root of 1 upon frequency. That means time period, if we consider that if the body starts from this position and when it comes back to this particular position, so it has completed one circle, and here this is the angular frequency, V is the velocity, and R is the radial distance. So 2 pi f or 2 pi frequency we consider. So velocity can be considered as lambda into f, where lambda we can consider will be equal to wavelength. So for sinusoidal wave we consider, so from 0 to this value, then again there is a repetition of this, so we can say that this will be equal to 2 pi f, the frequency with which, so from here to here we get 2 pi f, that is a frequency. Okay, so 2 pi f will be equal to angular frequency, you can say that. So we can divide this into a time zone and the space zone. Okay, so this we consider from here. So time is equal to 2 pi into this m upon k, where m is the mass and k is a force constant. So 1 upon t can be written as frequency. So we can inverse this equation. So 1 upon 2 pi f k upon m. So this will gives out the equation for the frequency. So similarly, we consider the spring, and the same example we keep on repeating and repeating. So then in that case, the displacement from this equation we can calculate that this is a wave, and this wave we can call it as a cosine wave. Okay, so from here this is a mean position. So x is a function of time. So when this along this omega t, we consider omega is equal to 2 pi f into t time. So 2 pi. Okay, so t into f, so f is equal to 1 by t. So this is what we consider theta. So x is equal to a cosine of theta, because this is a cosine wave we consider. So it can be written as x is equal to a means amplitude, this is the maximum displacement from here, the body from mean position to the maximum value of the displacement. So x is equal to a cos of omega t. Then this we write down the value of omega as x is equal to a cos of 2 pi f into t. So x is equal to a cos of 2 pi into small t, and f can be written as 1 by t. So this is a periodic time. So omega is equal to k upon m, m will be mass. So the same example we continue. So from the previous equation, x is equal to a cos of omega t. So this is a cosine wave, you can see. So it will be starting from this position. So here also we can show this is a cosine wave. So you can see how this will be going. So blue point will be going from here, and red point will be along this. Okay, so if you see, then this will trace out a cosine wave, and this will gives out a sinusoidal wave. So this is a sinusoidal wave and this various time period. So if we start from here, so it will be 1 by 2 t of t. So from 0 to t if you consider, then this will be equal to one periodic time or one cycle. So for this the period will be something somewhere else, it will stop. So this is will be equal to t, this is half of t, this is 1/4 of t, 3/4 of t, and so on so forth. So both the curves, when we shift by 1/4 of the period, that means 1/4 of t, we get a sinusoidal cosine. So from here, for this is for the cosine wave, we are continuing with this. So displacement, if you want to measure, so velocity and acceleration can be calculated as a function of time. Yeah, we can calculate. So v is equal to minus of v max sine of omega t minus of v max sine of omega. We can put down the value of omega as 2 pi f into t. So that will gives out 2 pi into 2 t, and acceleration is equal to force upon mass. This is the Newton's law. F is equal to m into a. So f is equal to k upon k minus kx upon m. So ka, because x value of x we put down as a cos of omega t. So ka upon m cos of omega t. So ka upon m we put down as a amplitude, maximum amplitude, cos of this. So this will gives out the acceleration wave. So you see the phase. So if we consider this is the displacement, then the velocity will be here. So velocity will be maximum at this particular point when it will be 1/4 of t, and the displacement will be 0. The velocity will be maximum, and here acceleration, then acceleration will be 0. So velocity and displacement, they are out of phase, and and the displacement and acceleration are in phase. You can remember from this. And lastly, we can I told you that we can consider the example of a simple pendulum to understand. So what is a simple pendulum? A simple pendulum consists of a mass attached at the end of a lightweight cord. The cord will be considered here, and the cord will be non-stretchable, inelastic, so that there should not be any kind of the stretching that will happen, and inelastic, and the mass should be negligible. So theoretically we are saying that the negligible mass and the lightweight cord, non-stretchable, lightweight cord means a string, you can say that, okay, and the mass should be point mass. But in practical it is not possible, so we consider a small bob. So that we can consider. So in order to have the simple harmonic motion, when the bob will be displaced to one end from the mean position, then this will start giving oscillations. Now in that case, when it goes on oscillating, so here we consider L will be the length from the center of bob to the point where it is been attached, that, okay. So that is been considered as a length L, not from the surface, it is from the center. M will be the mass. Then there will be two forces over here. One will be acting in this direction, this is because of the tension. So this tension will be balanced by the gravitational force mg, but the bob will not be moving in this direction. So the component that will be balancing the tension of the bob in this opposite direction, that this mg will be resolved into two components, one which is in this direction and one which is in this direction perpendicular. So this is mg cos theta and this is mg sin of theta. So this f will be equal to mg sin of theta. Here we have written mg sin of theta. So this tension will be balanced by mg cos of theta. So they are balanced by each other. So the cosine component of the gravity will be balancing the tension because the bob will be here, and mg sin of theta, so minus mg because force and displacement. So here we are considering, here it will be a angular displacement, it is not a simple linear displacement. Now for the small value of theta, this small value of theta we can write down f is equal to, so theta is nearly equal to sin of theta. So you can see here for 1 degree, if you see the value of theta in radian and theta sin of theta, they are almost same. So the difference will be very, very small, 0.005%, and so on so forth. If you consider for 10 degree, it is 0.5%, and so on. So up to 30 degree, the difference between the theta and sin theta value will be 4.5%. Okay, so this is what we consider. So f can be considered as minus mg of theta. So this is again a simple pendulum, animated picture. So therefore for small angles, the force is approximately proportional to the angular displacement. So mg theta. So theta will be displacement, and when we consider a small bob, a very mass, then this is again a negligible. So f is almost proportional to theta, and the period and the frequency that can be calculated. So t is equal to 2 pi m upon k. This equation we already seen. So for small values of theta, if I put down the value of k, okay, so this k is equal to m upon mg upon L. So for small values of theta, this mg will be considered very, very small, negligible small. So this g we consider, and L. So mm cancel out. So L upon g, f is equal to 1 upon 2 pi g upon L for the small values of the theta. And so long as the cord can be considered massless and the amplitude is small, when we consider a small amplitude, not a big amplitude, a small amplitude, the period does not depend on the mass. This is one of the laws, of the we can consider over here. Okay, SHM in SHM there is one of the law that when the mass of the body will be small, from here we can consider mg will be small and the amplitude also very small, then in that case the period does not depend on the mass, so it is independent of the mass. So I hope you have understood, you can go through these slides and you can understand this. So this is how in a simple way I try my level best to give you the simple harmonic motion. So thank you very much. If you like this video, please like it. Thank you.